Welcome back to the channel. In this video, we'll be focusing on the types of APIs based on access. As we discussed in our last video, APIs are like bridge between two components, allowing them to connect and share data. Understanding these types of APIs is crucial when you're working with the APIs. So let's start. There are mainly three types of APIs: public API, private or internal API, and the partner API. Let's talk about the public API first. A public API is an interface provided by an organization that is made available to everyone. It allows users, developers, testers, or anyone to access certain functionalities of the company's services. A public API is like a door that a company opens to let anyone access some of the features or information they have. So I'll give you an example. As you know that public APIs are accessible to everyone, so let's open one of the websites which allow you to use the public APIs. You can see this is the website which has some APIs that are listed here that you can access or anyone can access. So I'll quickly try to use one of the APIs that they have and see whether I get the response or not. So I'll be using the Postman tool to hit the API. If you are not aware of what the Postman is, we'll be creating a separate video on that. So for now, you can think of Postman as a tool of hitting an API. I'll open Postman and hit one of the APIs that they have provided. For now, you can forget about the syntax, how the API looks, as we will be covering these things in the future videos. In this video, we are showing you how can anyone use the public APIs. I have entered the details of the APIs in the Postman. I'll press send now. So you can clearly see that we have got the response from this specific API. So you can clearly see that this is one of the APIs provided by the organization REQRAS, which we are able to call, as this is a public API. Now let's talk about the second API, which is private or internal API. So private or internal API is an interface that is used for the communication and data exchange within the organization. It is typically not exposed to external parties or public. A public API or internal API is like a secret tunnel inside a company's headquarters. It helps different teams or departments to talk to each other, share information, but it's not something people from outside the company can access. So an example could be financial services APIs. A bank or financial institution may have a separate API that provides access to the account information, transaction history, or other financial data. This API would be used by the bank own applications and services, and it will not be exposed to any third party. Another example could be internal data of an organization. An organization may have a private API that allows different departments or systems to access the company's data, such as employee information. Let's talk about the third API, which is partner API. A partner API is an interface provided by a company to its trusted partners or affiliates. It enables these entities to integrate with the company's services, typically for mutual benefit or collaboration. Example: so when a user searches for flights from one destination to another on Make My Trip platform, the platform sends the request to airlines like SpiceJet and Indigo. So Indigo, SpiceJet and other airlines would have partnered with Make My Trip and shared their APIs with Make My Trip to integrate and access the information like flight information, flight schedules, booking schedules. So that's it from today's video. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.